What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Today, we're talking about AMC yet again. We need to break down the price action today, the Ortex data, what's going on, and why it was a pretty decent day. It wasn't the best day possible, but it was a pretty decent day across the board, really, for all of stocks. And looking at AMC increase, it was great to be able to see it kind of, follow suit with other positions, but this is nowhere near part of the squeeze. This is just standard buying and selling that we do see go on, besides some movement at the end, as you can see on the screen. So before we get started, make sure you guys hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description. It does help out the channel. Now, AMC today, we went live a little bit later today. We went live around 7:30-ish, 7:40, something like that. Basically, it was on the way down at that point. It was down this route right here. And it did look like it was going to end up making a move up, right? It showed positivity because it wasn't creating these lower highs and lower lows. It created it here, but then it broke that chain as it got here, creating a higher low. However, it did end up breaking that. That was just like a false break to where you did see it start to consolidate a little bit and then crash way down to like $32, which is not crazy, but obviously seeing that crash is not really what we wanted. But we did see some consolidation, and then at the end of the pre-market, it started to increase. I finished streaming at like 9:10 or something like that, and it was on the way up. It was moving up to 32. So it ended up coming back down, resisting multiple times, and when it opened up at $32.70. Had a high today of $35.38, had a low of $32.35. You can see that right from the beginning. We had a little bit of movement in a positive direction, maybe a little bit of a pullback, and then some more movement on the upward direction up to $34.15. After that, seeing a larger decrease, which I've never really understood, with AMC at least, why this would pull back so much. With a typical stock or typical movement, you do see that it pulls back just based on retracement, people selling, day trading, swing trading. There's not as many day traders or swing traders in AMC, so it doesn't really make sense how it retraces so much, besides having a lot of shorting action, which you do see as we go into Fintel data. You understand that they are shorting it, but nevertheless, it did get down to the $32 range and then ended up increasing, staggering on the way up, jumping up and then coming back down. I guess in the way that I'm looking at it, it's creating some sort of consolidation there, then increasing, creating consolidation, increasing again, but then hitting a high of $34.12 to where it did fall down. I would look at it as consolidation there. It did dip down pretty hard, all the way down to about $32 again, before recovering a little bit in that same candlestick, recovering and then starting to recover the rest of the day, all the way up to $35.38 of that high. You see this massive amount of movement, and then all of a sudden, after that massive amount of movement, it just totally tanked lower than where it was at this consolidation. Luckily, right now you see that same level of consolidation in the after hours market, but it was completely shorted at this point. Shorted heavily, a false recovery, and then shorted some more until it got to a form of consolidation down here at 33, where it closed at 33.78. Now, it should have been a lot higher of a gain, but they can continue to short it, I guess, if they want to. In the after hours market, you are seeing that it is up 1%. Total volume today was around 67.5 million, which will be more by the end of the day, but 67 million shares is not that bad of volume, right? We're not really looking for a crazy amount of volume. If we do see a crazy amount of volume, you could see a negative day or a positive day. It just depends on what's going on that day. If there's a lot of shorting going on, if people are selling, which most people are not selling, right? You probably have institutions, maybe some hedge funds that are doing some negative activity there, but most of the positive activity, we're just holding, which is, I guess, a continuation of that positive activity. Because no matter what they do, if they end up, shorting it, we have a bunch of people that are holding, which creates a form of positivity. It doesn't get impacted as much, but if they double down on those shorts, then it starts to impact it more, if that makes sense. If they end up, covering their shorts, it like affects it in a positive way twice, because we're holding the position plus they're covering their position, right? So it affects it in a positive way twice. But today wasn't a bad day, up 3.3%. Up about $1 today, and you can also see that we are up 1% in the after hours market. I'm still holding on to my 900 shares. This is something that I'm going to continue to hold on to. If it finds a way to dip down even lower, then I will probably buy some more. And the longer this stays at these levels, the more opportunity that people have to buy. That's the way that I look at it. Now, remember that any of this that I'm saying is not financial advice. It's merely just my opinion. I'm literally going through this information as an opinion, and hopefully you can take it and maybe implement it in your own strategy, and figure out what would work best for you. So let's go ahead and look at the Ortex data here. When we get into this. So Ortex right now is showing about 16% short interest of free float, which is an increase from where it was at 15%. So that's definitely good. Seeing a shares on loan at 500, or sorry, not 500. That would be a lot. 106 million. It's still a lot. 106 million shares on loan, looking at utilization of 94.5, close to 95. And the total shorted shares at 82 million shares. We had an estimated, borrowed shares of 900,000 and returned about 2 million, I guess. That leaves a negative borrow change in the short percentage. So ultimately, I think it was a good day, right? You can look at this and say it's definitely a good day. 3% increase is good. We're starting to see this tank in the after hours market. Of course, it gets hit by a bunch of negative, movement. But look at that. Look at how much movement was there, down to $33.22, and then increasing all the way back up to where it looks like it's a large hammer candlestick. It's just crazy. So there's nothing really new here. We're still playing this. I'm still sitting on my positions. We're starting to see this increase here. It looks pretty good. But yeah, it goes from being horrible to looking amazing, and in like a couple of minutes. Or seconds, actually. So guys, let me know what you think about this overall situation. How long are we going to be waiting for? I'm sitting on some options plays that I think are going to play out in my favor, at least after having some losing option plays. This is really taken off here in the after hours market. It's up 4% already. So we're literally seeing this live as I say it. It might end up retracing by the time I post this video, but this is crazy. So anyways, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about AMC, about a lot of different plays as a whole. I'd really like to know your opinion. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, I notice a lot of people that watch my content are not subscribed. So if you are not, take a second, hit the subscribe button. If you don't like my content, you can always unsubscribe. It's free, so go ahead and do that. Also, check out some of the links and some of the other channels that I have. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video.